In the Philippines, where the past and present intertwined superstitions or pamahiin are deeply woven into the fabric of everyday life.
These beliefs, passed down through generations, reflect the rich cultural heritage and the enduring connection between the spiritual and the mundane. I am Charlene Divilla.
And I am Gilbert Lopez Martije Cacho.
Good morning, Davao. From birth to death, Pamahiin accompanies Filipinos in every stage of life. Some are simple, like avoiding sweeping at night to prevent bad luck. Others are more elaborate, such as the rituals performed during weddings or funerals. Examples of Pamahiin. Number 1. Don't go straight home after a wake. Take a detour to confuse evil spirits. Number 2. Place coins in your wallet during New Year's Eve to attract wealth. Number 3. Avoid cutting your nails at night to prevent misfortune.
Even in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world, pamahiin continues to thrive, while some dismiss them as more or mere folklore. Others find solace and guidance in this age-old tradition.
If you grew up in the Philippines, then you were probably raised with a certain Filipino beliefs that you just accepted. Many of these superstitions are handed down by our elders, and although they might be bizarre to us, we still follow them out of respect and sometimes out of fear. The first of these superstitions is the use of the expression tabi-tabi po. It is a phrase of respect which is said aloud when going through an uninhabited territory or abandoned property. This is meant for spirits or unnatural beings that live there. The reason for saying this is that you might be trespassing in their territory. Similar to this is using the expression tao po when knocking on someone's door. Many assume it refers to the knocker calling out to ask if there are any people inside, when actually it is said to reassure the people inside a house that a real person and not a supernatural creature wants to come inside. Another superstition is sukop, which mandates siblings should not marry in the same year and that they should schedule their weddings at least a year apart to prevent a wedding curse. While other cultures approve of having two weddings within a family in the same year, in the Philippines, doing this will bring bad luck or something far more dangerous to the couple. Pagpag is something Filipinos do after attending a wake or a funeral. It is generally believed that spirits, both good and bad, lurk around the dead and can follow visitors back home. Hence, it is customary to take a break after paying your respects to the dead before heading home. Whether this means eating at a restaurant or just having coffee somewhere, it is something you must do. Pancit is always served at celebrations and parties since it is believed this will give the celebrator long life. While some consider it to be a joke, noodles remain a staple at all birthday feasts. Lastly, seeking help from an albularyo or medicine man when an illness cannot be cured by modern medicine. They are well versed in the use of herbal remedies and spiritual techniques. They have a healing ritual called pagtatawas to know whether a sickness happened normally or is just caused by a paranormal being. A prayer is often chanted to aid in the healing process.
Psychology suggests that superstitions provide a sense of control in unpredictable situations. They act as coping mechanism, helping individuals navigate life's uncertainties.
Who needs vaccines when you have ginger tea? If you're Filipino, your family probably has an unconventional solution to every problem. Too short? Jump at midnight on New Year's. Depressed? Just pray. Body aches from shouldering the weight of your family's expectations? Use Vicks. While many of our family members have science degrees or work in healthcare, they're also the same people convincing us that eating pancit on our birthdays will help us live longer, or herbal tea will protect them from a pandemic. So how is it possible that our family members are both scientific and superstitious? Do we just write it off as our elders being outdated? Or are these actually traditions rooted in something deeper within our cultural history? I'm Safra Sundalo, and this is Breaking the Tabo, where we talk real While biochemistry and microbiology didn't teach our titas that wiping saliva on our foreheads can cure hiccups, their unconventional solutions might not be as unfounded as we think. In fact, the FDA recently approved clinical trials studying Chinese herbal medicine and its possible treatment of COVID-19. While many of our superstitions actually aren't superstitions at all.
See, I'm not superstitious, just a little stitious.
A superstition is an action or item that depends on a supernatural or unknown force to bring good or bad luck. However, most of the practices our parents or grandparents participate in are actually folk beliefs and folk healing. The butterfly your mom claims is your late Lola, that can be connected back to the shamans of various indigenous ethno-linguistic groups, such as the Babaylans, Mumbakis, and Albularios. Shamans are health and spiritual leaders who believe the spirits of their ancestors manifested in non-human forms like animals, plants, and rivers. The salabat your dad swears can cure anything? That can be connected back to shamans' herbal treatments and reliance on the offerings of Mother Earth to care for their communities. Even Vicks has ingredients that are based in herbal treatments, like camphor. Spanish colonization labeled our practices as superstitions as a way of invalidating these practices. But these beliefs and treatments aren't the same thing as breaking a mirror or avoiding cracks on the sidewalk. These healing practices helped the community sustain their lives, so they became hidden in our traditions in order to survive colonization, and were passed down to us through stories. Now, we're not saying that Western medicine shouldn't be followed at all. If your titos and lolas need their diabetes medication or a life-saving vaccine, they should get it. Like with asthma, just because you exercise regularly doesn't mean you shouldn't carry an inhaler with you. However, we need to recognize that Western medicine isn't always accessible, especially in the US. First, there's a long history of distrust between hospitals and communities of color that make Filipinos hesitant to seek medical help. Second, Western healthcare is expensive and difficult to navigate, especially if you don't speak the language well or aren't already familiar with how it works. I mean, how many of us second or even third generation immigrants still struggle with figuring out which doctor to go to for certain illnesses? According to a study done in 2010, Filipino immigrants in the US find comfort when they're helped by faith healers. They speak the same language, the healing methods are familiar, and their services are affordable. And beyond that, these shared folk beliefs connect us to our family and the larger Filipino community. They're a way of remembering our history and honoring our culture that is often erased in the US. So think twice before poking fun at our elders for their superstitions. Not only are they actually folk beliefs that our elders are trying hard to keep alive, but if your family members are dealing with health issues that could be solved with Western medicine, dismissing their concerns or invalidating their solutions might just turn them away from being able to talk to you about it. So let's normalize having open conversations with our families about holistic medicine and health, and embrace the idea that folk beliefs and science, natural medicine, and Western medicine can coexist. The health of our community might just improve because of it.
As the Philippines continues to evolve, so too does the rule of Pamahiin. While some beliefs may fade, others will adapt, ensuring that these traditions remain a vital part of Filipino identity.
Sino may nangawit ka na?
Kaya raman naman natin eh.
Tuto ka nga. Tama na. Talong alabay na ako.
Ika na mag-iwan.
Kung ba ni Mama King? Ay, wala na din. Agam mamuman sila niya. Wala na din yung pagpapagod niya. Dara ka nga ba ikad? Wala sa...
In a world that is constantly changing, Pamahiin serves as a bridge between the past and the future.
It is a testament to the resilience of culture, the power of beliefs, and the enduring spirit of the Filipino people.
Please like, share, and subscribe, and click the bell button.
For you to be updated of the Pinoy YouTube channel's activity.
Once again, I am Charlene Divilla.
And I am Gilbert Lopez Martihicacho.
Good morning, Davao.
If you find this segment informative, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest news, and share this broadcast to your friends and family. Your support helps us keep you informed. Help us get our first 10,000 subscribers. Your engagement matters. Liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content not only helps more people discover the important stories we bring you, but also supports our team's hard work. It boosts our visibility in the algorithm, making it easier for others to find ways to stay informed. Thank you for being part of our community.